Over the last number of years, at least that I've been aware of, anytime a gospel like ours today, one of the multiplication stories, one of the miracles of the multiplication of the loaves comes around on the cycle, whether in daily Mass or most importantly, Sunday Mass, there always seems to be a little controversy. Maybe not controversy out there among the people listening, but controversy among preachers or scripture scholars or theologians. Because as always, a preacher at times looks at the text and often is drawn to something that jumps out at them on the page. It can be a sentence, it can be the story, it can be a parable, it could be a theme that's there. They see that as something to reflect upon, to share with the people who are with them at that Mass, people like yourselves who are with me today. And the controversy comes in the sense that some preachers focus on the miracle. That Jesus took a few loaves and a few fish, and he fed well over 5,000 people. And it was a miracle. The preachers often say this is a teaching moment by Jesus, that we can help our world, we can help one another if we share. Now, the controversy often comes from some people that say, well, it's a miracle, and we should focus on that. And I even read one preacher say, gee, I heard a homily on the miracle of the loaves and the fishes, and by the end of the homily, I came to the conclusion that we don't recognize the miracle anymore. It's Jesus teaching us to share. Well, I don't think either of them are right or wrong. It's the story. And if you look at our scriptures, anytime Jesus performs a miracle, he's always looking for something from the people who are there. Maybe today here he's looking for something in his disciples, a trust, a willingness to give of themselves so that he can work the miracle. I don't deny the miracle. I believe in the miracle. And it's one of the stories that is leading us to the Eucharist. These stories of multiplication, of meals, all are setting up the ultimate meal that Jesus will celebrate before his suffering and death on the cross. So it's not either or, it's both and. For Jesus to enter into our life and perform a miracle, we have to be willing to put ourselves in also. I was thinking of this over the last few months. I'm sure if you're like me that part of your daily prayer is asking God for a miracle. Take this virus away. Let me wake up and life has gone back to the way I used to live it, and I can hug people and I can shake their hand and I don't have to walk around with a mask on, and we can have wonderful kids and that here in the congregation to celebrate this Mass. I can remember back when, during Holy Week, when Pope Francis, those images of him standing alone right in front of St. Peter's, leading us in prayer with that special cross and that special Madonna behind him. And I thought, God, this is the time for the miracle. But maybe in some ways what God is doing is saying, okay, what are you putting in? What do you bring to help us move forward, to help us get beyond this virus, to live life? What are you going to put in? I love the end of our second reading today from Paul's letter to the Romans, the 8th chapter. It's the very end of the 8th chapter. And Paul sort of tells the people nothing can get in the way of God's love for us. But we have to be willing to embrace that love, to go in, to put in, so that love can continue to grace and bless us in our journey of life.